Hey there, welcome to NZ Money Karma, where you can find freedom from the daily grind through budgeting, simple living and adventure. Thank you guys for joining me today, and yeah, I haven't done a cash stuffing video for a while. The last fortnight's pay we had, I didn't video it, and the reason I didn't do that is because we've just had kind of one drama after another this last month. Yeah, it's just been crazy. I've been at home. My husband's been away for a long time during this last month. I picked up extra shifts at work because we weren't really saving as much as I wanted to save. So, it kind of helps me because I get more money, but then also helps where I work because we were really short-staffed, and it's not the kind of job. I guess I have the kind of job where you almost can't say no. It's almost impossible. Someone actually has to turn up to work, and if there's no one else, then it kind of falls, someone's got to put their hand up, right? So I did that, but it has just left me, the last month, I feel quite depleted of energy and zing, whether it be a work drama or a family drama or an extended family drama. There's just been plenty of drama. So thank you for being with me here today. Thanks to everyone who subscribed. All of a sudden, it's kind of heaps more people than had previously subscribed. So thanks for that. And if you're an old subscriber, thanks for hanging in there with me. I have recently gone and had a look through some very old videos, like my very first ones, and they're quite, I can just see I've learned quite a lot over the course of the 2 years that I've been doing these YouTube videos. And I wish I had a photo to show you, but when I first started doing the cash stuffing videos, I literally was doing them with my laptop opened up wide. I had a chair standing on the table with my laptop on top of the chair, kind of hanging over and held on by books, because I didn't know how else to do it. So it's been a huge learning curve. Thanks for sticking with me. And especially thanks to everyone who comments. I love reading the comments. It's one of those things I really look forward to that. I'm like, ooh, what is everyone else doing? What do you think? I've learned so much from people writing in comments. I've learned a ton, and I've saved quite a bit of money, I think, by listening to what other people, have to say in the comments and how they do the things that they do. So thanks for that. I'm going to be stuffing today $1,010. It's a one-take wonder, so what that means is no editing. We're just going to muddle on through together as best we can. The 1,010 comes from my entire 1,600, which is the fortnightly allocation for my family of 4 in Otautahi, Christchurch, New Zealand, and that includes absolutely everything that we put money into. So we have a variety of sinking funds. Few of them are online. Most of them are in here in my binders. The online ones are taking a bit of a battering at the moment because we're spending them. And I don't always feel comfortable spending my sinking funds. Sometimes I like to, I know it's fun to build them up, isn't it? And it's fun to get the end product if there's something you're saving for, but watching them deplete, it kind of gives me a bit of a funny feeling in my tummy that I don't quite like. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get stuffing some money. Oops. There we go. So I'm going to start off with food. That's going to get $200 this week. So I'm going to have to be super savvy. My last cash stuff that I did, that I didn't film, I took more than $200 for food. And that's because I was in a real hurry and I just didn't plan properly when I went to the supermarket. It's just been a kind of stressful time, and definitely stress impacts my ability to do this kind of stuff well. The more stressed I get, the less important this seems, and the more I'm just like, ching, 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 get it done. Oops, I obviously have some pocket money still to give, but that's all right, they'll be happy. That's how quickly the 2 weeks has gone. Like, we literally haven't stopped. It's been absolute madness between last cash stuff and this one. Petrol. Now, I do have a written budget. I don't always do that. Sometimes I just go through and do what I'm going to do. I've got some $40 there for petrol. Now my husband has work travel again. It's come around really quickly, and that's because we have a upcoming holiday, and he wanted to make sure there was no issues getting back from work to home to go on the holiday, which could have been a potential problem had we had it, a few weeks out. But it does just mean that I need this money quick smart. Normally I would have more time to save. The cost of his work trips have gone up, so now he needs $220. Never mind, that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? I've taken my school fee money back to the bank, so we're looking all good there. That's $1,000 has gone back, and here I've got 1, 2, 3, and today for fees I'm going to do another 200, so that's going to give me 5. 1, 2, so 500 towards school fees, and I've got 2 kids whose I really need about $6,000 a year to be able to cover that comfortably, and I'm trying to do that on $40,000 a year. So it's a big chunk of our, general life fund is going into this at the moment. And same with this one here, sports. I have got 1? So I've just got 200 there. I need to be doing more than 100 a week, but I just can't figure out how to do that at the moment. So I thought I'll just box on with my 100 a week, and when the sports fees are due, I will just see what I can do. Maybe I can't stick to my 40 grand, but I'm trying to. And for garden, I'm just going to put in $10 for the garden. Let's see if I've got any. Have I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's get rid of that and just take 2 of these for a start. So for 5, I'm going to have to find some change for a 20, aren't I? So maybe I'll come back and do that and just leave it till the end. If I actually take this envelope out, I'll remember that I still have to do something with it. If I tuck it away back in its binder, I'll never remember. Out of sight, out of mind, right? So that needs $10. Birthday needs 50. So I'm almost there with that. So that's 170, and I'm aiming for 200. Dog groom, I need $20 in here. What have I got? 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90. That's the dog groom done. So what I've started doing is when I've completed an envelope, I'm taking it out and I'm putting it in this folder in kind of like a done, so I just know I don't have to keep adding to that. I'll start re-adding to that once he's had a groom and I've used that money up. The optometrist, we've just had a big spend at the optometrist, $600 for glasses for 2 kids. But that's alright, I'm just going to start building that one back up again. That was kind of hard work. I was quite short and I just had to plonk heaps of money into it all at once. And then giving, that will just get its regular 20. So that's 110. So plus what the kids have saved this year, that's probably about 40. So we're 150 and we're mid-year. So that's alright. That's my first donation kind of covered. And dentist. What have I got here? $1, $2, $250. Maybe I'll put that there and I'll put in 30. Oops, got too many 20s there. So there you go, 1, 2, 80. Far from done there. I would need at least 500 in there before I stopped stuffing. And then I've got Christmas here. I just wanted to give this 10, but I am lacking, oh good, here we go. Saying I was lacking these small notes. So I've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 125. And I have already bought some Christmas presents and sent them up north with some family when they were down this way. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Christmas feels a long way away, but then it comes along and it feels like, boom, where did the year go? I have one other envelope here which I don't have in this binder because it's out and about today with the person using it, and that's the health one, and I'm going to put $20 back into health. We have probably used about $40 I reckon, so I'm going to have to restuff that next time as well. So I'll just put that to the side. Maybe I should have a list so I can remember what on earth I'm doing. So before I start, I'm just going to pop this one in the done pile. So I've just got like funded for now, dog food, hygienist, vet. Easter's got nothing in it because I'm not even worried about funding that. That's a next year problem. So starting here, I've got tickets and fun. I have used some money from my tickets section because I went somewhere and I had to pay an entry fee, so that's all good. I've got $20 in there, that's just for me. That was a Mother's Day present so that I could go to a movie, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. I just haven't managed to pull it off just yet. So I've got $50 there, and what am I going to give myself? Well, not just me, give everyone $10. So I'll put that 10 there and I'll take a 20. So now we've got 60 in tickets and fun, plus my 20, so 80 all up. And that's the kind of thing we would use that for, was if we went to a movie, if we went for a swim. I don't know, there's a cool thing happening and it's a $5 entry fee coming up, so I would use that money for that, just whatever. It's not going to be something big like going to a concert, because for 4 of us that would be over $1,000 probably, but little things so we can have fun in our own backyard. This one here has had a bit of a walloping, so you can see there's only $5 in here. I'm going to give that 15 and put a 20 in there. I really need to get this finished. It needs $100, and then I can put it to the back and forget about it. Clothes, I was just going to give 5, but I think I might actually give 10 just to kind of use up some of, so I can get some smaller notes. So that's 70. We don't use a lot of money for clothes because mostly we buy secondhand, and yeah, it really doesn't cost that much. But my son does need some tracksuit pants. We're getting ready to go away on holiday, and I saw him the other day, and his tracksuit pants are a bit short. They don't bother him. He's completely happy with them, but I will be encouraging him to come out and try on some new tracksuit pants with me. Shoes has also had quite the thrashing, and you will find out about the shoes when I do my next video, what we spent in May, and I will go through that with you. But for now I have just $25 in there, and for shoes I was just going to put in 5, so now I've got 30. The kids are sorted for shoes. I have shoes, like I don't need any shoes. My husband has shoes. But again, it's just one of those sinking funds. I just want to build up. I think $150 in there is probably fine. My son might need some new school shoes next year, but I wouldn't use this money. I would just be using kind of the school fee money that I'm putting aside, because for me, it's not just fees, it's kind of like everything related to school. I want to be able to pay out of that money. Bikes, again, there was, I have bought some bike related stuff, which you'll see in my what we spent in May video. So I'm just going to add another 10 in there. I think realistically, what would I need in this to stop stuffing it? Over 100. We use our bikes all the time, and they do require maintenance. And then here I've just got 75 in tech. Let's make that 90. Oh, I know what I haven't done. Let me put the garden money away before I start using those 10s willy-nilly. I'll quickly count it while I'm here as well. So I've got 50, 100, 150, 155. That's not too bad. We rely on our garden for a lot of our vegetable needs and hopefully more of our fruit needs going forward. So that's important. Last year I didn't really put much money into here at all, and it really showed. My garden was pretty boring this summer, and I don't want it to be boring next summer. Okay, so tech I've done, right? Rego warrant. I need to look this up again because I think what I thought I needed to pay and what I actually need to pay are two quite different things. So I've got 150, so 200 there, and I'm just going to put in another 10, so 210, and I think I need to get this up to about 500, and then that means when the car goes in for a warrant, if it needs something doing, it's not coming out of an emergency fund, it's coming out of a sinking fund, so that is way better, I think. Okay, so that's going back to the doctor. Don't let me forget that, or else I'll be sitting here thinking, oh look, I'm dum-de-doo, I've got an extra $20. No, I don't. Put it away. So left over from that, I've got 40, 55. So that's awesome. So $40, I'll tell you where that's going. That's going for a little date. My husband and I are going to go out and do something, and it's going to cost us $40. So I'm just taking that and I'm going to put it aside. That's for us. And that leaves me with 15. So I've obviously gone a little bit lean on one envelope because I was only meant to have $10 left over. So maybe it didn't just quite work out with the amounts that I was using. Let's put it into, these are really my priorities. Do you know what maybe the most sensible thing to put it into would be food. So let's just have $205. Now I've got this extra $10 left over, and what I want to do with that is up my change challenge. So I'm really behind on this because I guess I started putting some money, gold coins, into another money box, and then I started doing something else, and then I chopped and changed, and then I was just having all my money for 3 months in advance, and then I changed. So this year I've tried out a few different things, and none of them have actually worked. So I'm just going back to basics. And I feel like in such a flux because the last month has been quite crazy that I'm just like, okay, just concentrate on what you know how to do. What I know how to do is stuff some money. I know how to save money. I know how to stick to my budget. So just keep doing that. And in another month's time, I'll kind of put my head up and it'll be like, everything's calm again. So I've got an extra $10 here. So I'm going to cross off the 5 and the 3. So that's the $8. And then I'm going to cross off a $2. So this is April I'm only up to now, and we're obviously May, and now we're in June. So each cash stuff I'm going to try really hard just to bump up a little bit in these savings challenges because they make a huge difference at the end of the year. If you have looked at my old videos or seen my previous ones, when I came to look through how much I had saved in these challenges, not just this one, I had another couple, it was not thousands and thousands, but there were thousands, there's more than $1,000, right? And that's pretty cool. So I'm pretty motivated to do that again. It was a really nice way to start the year, kind of to bump up the funds, and I don't know, not feel like you're starting on the back foot, which sometimes you can do, because by the time Christmas comes around, and the sinking, the Christmas fund has been depleted, and it's the summer holidays here in New Zealand, so there's fun things to do all the time. You go out, even buying an ice cream. If you buy an ice cream at the Botanic Gardens, it's at least $5 each. So for a family of 4, it's $20. So everything is kind of pricey. So just having that lump sum to go, actually, I'm just going to pick out some priorities and put some money towards that right on the 1st of January feels super good. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys are well and that your budget is ticking along. You're totally on track. I do hear some people saying they do a no spend June. I can't do that because we always spend money. I wouldn't be able to eat if we didn't spend money. We wouldn't be able to put petrol in the car if we didn't spend money. So I don't really think of that as a challenge for myself to try with a family. I think we are pretty much just low spenders in general. So we are having like a low spend life, not just a low spend month. Unless we've got the sinking funds and then boom, it's all gone on home improvements. So yeah, that's it for me. I hope you guys have a cracking rest of the week. If you've got any questions, comments, please pop them below. I love to read them. And yeah, let's pool our collective knowledge of how to save $1 and share it out there. So bye for now.